Hi guys, this is Coach Green Gene, and I'm coming at you with the next segment for the introduction to the 3H Pre-Apprenticeship Workshop, and that's working with the tape measure. We're going to actually talk through some tape measurements so that you can recognize working with the tape measure. So as you can see on the board here, we have the number 4, 5, and 6. And on every tape measure, the tape measure is broken up into these particular intervals. And in between each interval, and in between each number, there are 16 lines. I like to look at these intervals or the numbers in between that are broken up, the lines, as pieces of pie. So if you count in between the number 4 and the number 5, you're going to find that there are 16 lines, or a whole pie that's broken up into 16 pieces. So in between 4 and 5, and in between 5 and 6, there are 16 lines. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And it will be the same going from 5 to 6. So if someone asked you on your tape measure to find 4 3/16 of an inch, then you would count all the way to the number 4, the big numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3/16 of an inch would be 3 of these lines. 1, 2, 3. This is 4 3/16. Now, if we want to look further into this, we notice that there is a longer line in between the 4 and 5, breaking it directly in half, just like a half of piece of pie. There's a long line in between the 4 and 5, and a long line in between the 5 and 6. This will represent 1/2 of that piece of pie, or in between each number. So if I'm looking for 5 1/2 of an inch, I would look at my tape measure and I would count over 5 numbers to the number 5, and 1/2 of an inch would be 5 1/2. This is 5 1/2 inch. Now, to break this pie or this interval in between a little bit more, next we have the quarter, or the 1/4 inch, which is the same piece of pie but broken up into 4 parts. That will be our next longest line right here. So in between each number, if we counted from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100, in between each interval, each number, there are 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1 piece of pie, 2 pieces of pie, 3 pieces of pie, and 4 pieces of pie. This represents 1/4. So if I was asking you to find on your tape measure 4 3/4 of an inch, you would take your tape measure out and first always start with the whole numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to get to 4 3/4, after you get to the 4, you will count 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So 4 3/4 on your tape measure would be right here.